We are back here again at Pro Italia in Glandale. Still same Ducati demo day as last video. This time around I'm gonna take out the Scrambler 1100. I wanna see if the Scrambler 1100 still maintain the same playfulness as the 800, but at the same time gives you a little bit more punch for those bikers that want a little bit more speed and a little bit more power out of their motorcycles. But now for the chit chat, let's go ride a Scrambler. Scrambler 1100. Now right off the bat, this is bigger than the 800. Not just engine-wise, but the tank is wider, the handlebars are different. I have the tall handlebars, so it doesn't really compare, but one pleasant thing is that now you have way more information on the display over there. You have a gear indicator to start with, you have a fuel gauge. That's pretty good. You also have DTC and riding modes. Not quite sure what riding modes this thing has. The one I can see right now, it says Journey. This being the first time I ride on this thing, I haven't researched it at all because I just want to make sure I give a fair first impression without being tainted from other reviews. So, is the power really that much more than the 800? Well, the short answer is yes. Absolutely. It's a whole different animal. I feel like I'm stretched forward a little bit right now, but the seat is classic Scrambler. The sitting position is classic Scrambler. The power is not classic Scrambler though. A lot of power. And somehow it feels a little smoother than the 800. 800 kind of ripped. I guess they smoothed out the throttle. Obviously, being a Scrambler, there is no wind protection, and I wasn't expecting to have any wind protection. But remember when I said I'm a little bit stretched forward? Well, the lean forward is actually counteracting the wind pretty good. Suspensions are better than the smaller Scrambler. And right now at freeway speed, the rear view mirrors are nice and firm. Vibrations are very little for what it is. I was expecting it to vibrate more. Instead, it's I think just in par with the Multi I rode earlier. Brakes are strong. Front brakes is good. Rear brake actually brakes. I don't. This one is just rear brake, and it's pretty good. The clutch is light, but at the same time, I guess the guy that rode it before me stretched it all the way out because the clutch is catchy. All the way out there. One pleasant surprise, the clutch is actually hydraulic this time around. No quick shift on the 1100, but it's a Scrambler. This color scheme looks pretty good. Matte black with orange stripes. I believe this is a better looking bike than the 800. I like it being more muscular. Even the riding position, it feels more like, get out of my way. And obviously the high exhaust system looks pretty good. Let's try the nimbleness. Ooh, oh yeah, it's planted. It's a nice bike. If I had to choose sincerely between the 1100 and the 800, I would actually go for the 1100. Not just because of the size of the engine, but because the shape of the bike itself. So once again, pleasantly surprised by this bike. It seems like every time, even if I try to do the least amount of research possible so that I don't have a tainted opinion of the bike already, somehow just by looking at the bike itself, you get a certain impression. And then I go ride it, and it's better than I thought it would be. Now, the Scrambler is, in theory, a do-it-all motorcycle. Probably rather take the 800 off-road than the 1100. This has a kind of a monster feeling. It reminds me a lot of my old Monster. The gearbox is pretty good. The gears go in no problem, in and out, very good, very smooth. Right now I have the sun right behind me. The display is very legible. We are at the end of this ride with the Scrambler. Let's see if I can get myself on that.
Hey guys, I just came back from riding the 1100 Scrambler, and it was a big surprise. It feels way more muscular than the 800 Scrambler. It feels way more planted, and obviously has way more power than the 800. It kind of reminds me a lot about the Ducati Monster. Now, the 1100 engine is the same that was in the old Monster, so that's a similarity, but the big forks up front and the riding position, it feels very monstery. When it comes to the street, the 1100 is a fantastic bike, even for experienced riders. I actually was very, very impressed by it. When it comes to taking it off-road with the increased weight, with the more planted suspension and geometry, I'm not sure I would take it off-road. The 800 is light enough that you can actually take it out there and go in deep and come out the other side, while the 1100, it feels way planted. So, but in the end, it was a great bike to ride. I really recommend, if you have the time, if you want to try it out, come over to Pro Italia and give it a go, because I had a lot of fun with that bike, amazingly enough, and it feels really good. On that note, thank you very much to Pro Italia here in Glandale, because they've been really, really understanding with us, and they gave us a ton of support. Thank you very much. And if you guys need to try out the Ducati, an Aprilia, or an MV Agusta, come over here. They have a ton of everything, and it's a pretty cool atmosphere to hang out. That's it for now. So if you like the video, if you love the video, subscribe. Till then, right on, I'll see you next time. Still, great bike. If you guys get a chance, definitely come in. But I'm telling you, it is. I can't finish the video that way.